Howdy folks, thanks for coming here and checking out this Fallout 76 video. In front of you, you see the Tesla cannon, and you're probably thinking to yourself, didn't he just upload a video yesterday to do with the Tesla cannon? And yes, you would be right, I did. However, there has been a little update, or when I say little, I actually mean kind of a big update when it comes to how this weapon actually performs. So you would have seen from my testing yesterday, or you would have seen from that video, pretty much we went through all of the different perks, the build, and we've done a little bit of testing on it, and you probably would have seen that this weapon performs very, very well, especially going up against tanky enemies and generally just most sort of enemies across the wasteland. You know, like we were producing in and around maybe 1.5 to 2,000 damage per hit when it comes to actually using this weapon, and also as well while using it in VATS, and it does actually seem to perform very, very well while using VATS. However, at the time of recording, and when I actually recorded this video, I recorded it, I think it was on the Friday or Saturday, so pretty much when all of the Gleaming Depths stuff had come into Fallout 76 over on the PTS, so everything was new and everything was fresh. And as you've probably seen my video that I released there, I think it was Wednesday or Tuesday, pretty much during last week, we pretty much brought out a video about all of the data mined information and images and everything to do with the Tesla cannon. And at the time of recording, we pretty much found, and as you've seen from the footage, we've seen that this weapon was pretty much listed as an explosive heavy gun. So pretty much in the same category as launchers. So like Fat Man and the Nuka launcher and basically those sort of explosive heavy guns, which meant that it rendered all of the heavy gunner perks pretty much useless. So you couldn't use the heavy gunner perks and they wouldn't obviously increase the DPS. However, according to the Fallout Wiki, and after doing a little bit of further research, it looks like this has actually been updated, so it now actually performs with the heavy gunner perks. So it looks like as of today, and this time of recording is on a Monday, so the 10th of October, so when I recorded the last one, which was the Friday or Saturday, it looks in the space that sort of time, it looks like the heavy gunner perks have now been updated to actually work with the Tesla cannon, which is awesome news. So you would have seen from my video yesterday, I would have mentioned that yes, you pretty much, when you look at this sort of weapon and when you're putting together your build, you would have mainly just put together perks and a build that was kind of based around sort of launchers. So as I said, the Fat Man, Nuka launcher, and so forth and so on. So the main cards you would have utilized would have been Demolition Expert, you know, Stabilized, things like that if you're using power armor, and then also as well Grenadier to really, you know, maximize and, you know, improve the explosive radius of the weapon, because technically it is an explosive heavy gun, but not anymore. It still comes with the explosive effect, which kind of doesn't really make sense, but when it comes to the heavy gunner perks, they will now actually work. So they will now actually give you 60% extra damage on the Tesla cannon, which is awesome news. So you can see here, let me just take out the heavy gunner cards, so I'll take those off now here for a second. So as you can see, this is the same Tesla cannon that we used yesterday, or well, in the video that you would have seen yesterday. As you can see, it's doing roughly 543 damage. I think I was in and around what we were doing before as well, like 523, 530, so in and around the same sort of thing. But as you can see, 543, but when I go to actually equip the heavy gunner cards, so let's pop on Expert Heavy Gunner, Master Heavy Gunner, and then also as well, let's put on Heavy Gunner. As you can see, it goes up to 689. Yes, that's correct. It goes up to 689. And just for a little bit of clarification, when it comes to the 4th star effect, the polished effect, as you can see, that goes up to 771. Which makes this weapon even more powerful than what we had tested yesterday. So it's not to say that yesterday's video is kind of like null and void. No, a lot of what you've seen in yesterday's video will still work. The build I put together there, that will all work. But now you can actually include the heavy gunner cards into your build. So it just pretty much means that you'll need to allocate a couple more points into strength if you want to really maximize the DPS on this. Again, I always say when it comes to my PTS videos, a lot can change in a very, very short period of time, and everything is always subject to change before it's officially released into the live servers. And as we've pretty much seen here, and we've demonstrated through this, a lot can change very, very quickly. Now, that's not the only thing. There has been another addition to one of the attachments, and unfortunately, just don't get your hopes up. It's not what you think it is. One of the attachments has been included into it, and it is going to be, once this comes up, there we go. Let's go to the Tesla Cannon. Let's go down to this here, and let's go to this. As you can see, the large ampacity and the huge ampacity are now available to equip to your Tesla Cannon. Yesterday when we were testing this, or in the video from yesterday, you would have seen that pretty much the only two capacities that you would have been able to equip would have been the default, and then also as well the huge ampacity. But you can now equip the huge and the large, and then also as well the default. Again, personally, I don't really see any real necessity to this. I don't see any necessity to adding in more ammo capacity, because as you've seen from the demonstrations that we had yesterday, this particular weapon hits like a truck. I mean, if you get the best rolls on this, you know, could be maybe bloodied, anti-armor, or whatever it might be, whatever just works for your build to really maximize DPS, this thing hits like a truck. So in reality, you won't really need the extra ammo capacity. Yes, it's great, but as you can see there is a negative to it. It will decrease your AP cost. So to be honest, I would just stick with the default ampacity. Unfortunately, as of today, and still as of today, they haven't added in the alternate current muzzle. I'm still researching that, and I still have found nothing to do with the alternate current muzzle. I really, really hope that they are still testing it. I really hope that that's the case, because if you're unaware, and you might have seen from yesterday's video, and according to the Fallout wiki, that was one of the muzzles that was available to be used with the Tesla Cannon. And basically what it does, it just turns the actual projectiles into a chain lightning arc effect for nearby enemies, so similar to the Tesla rifle. So unfortunately, there's still no information as of yet, or there's no news as to where that has gone. I'm still hoping that they're doing further testing, or even if they're just going to add it in as a scoreboard reward, or even if it's going to be a case where you might just get it through a vendor. I really, really hope that that's the case. But as of today, we still don't have any alternate current muzzle. But look, it's great news. The heavy gunner cards will now work with this. It'll improve the DPS even more and even further. And then obviously as well, they've added in the extra mod that you can obviously use with this, which is obviously the huge and the large. So you've got more modifications that you can add in, but again, I don't really see any sort of necessity to these. Now, one of the other things that I did see in my video from yesterday, I did see someone leave a comment that they wanted me to actually test out if the Fracturer's effect, or to actually try out the Fracturer's effect compared to the Polish effect. So as you can see here with these 4-star effects, these are the new effects that are going to be available with the Gleaming Depths update. So you'll be able to unlock these through completing vault raids. So when you complete a vault raid, or at certain stages of a vault raid, you have a chance to actually get one of these 4-star effects. It can be any 4-star effects, doesn't have to be for weapons. Can be for weapons, armor, or power armor. You have a chance to get one of these new 4-star effects from completing either the full vault raid, or as a potential drop from one of the phases of the actual vault raid. But one of the things that we tested yesterday was polished, because as you can see there, the greater the equipped item condition, plus 100%, the greater the weapon damage, up to 60%. And also as well, one thing that was mentioned, and I thought this was actually a really good idea, one of the 3rd-star effects that I've actually added in is the plus 50 durability, because essentially what these effects are doing together is making sure that we have more time to use this weapon to really maximize that 4th-star effect. So it's just increasing the durability of the weapon, because as you can see there, if your weapon is at 100% or above, you will actually get that 60% extra damage, which is absolutely awesome, because as you can see there, we're doing over 771 damage. And then again, look, when it comes to your build, as you can see, my character is only like what, level 76 or something here. It's pretty much it's a low level, but I've put together like kind of a entry level heavy gunner build. I've maximized all of the heavy gunner perk cards. Yes, I've maximized the likes of Demolition Expert. We have Nerd Rage in there. We also have max rank of Bloody Mess. Essentially all of the main sort of DPS perk cards to really maximize and utilize the potential of this weapon. We have all of these in here. This is not an endgame build. I mean, you can improve upon this with the kind of mutations and the legendary effects that you can have, you know, with the legendary perks and all that kind of stuff. You can really, really improve upon this and even get more damage than what you see here. And like that's just the base damage of what I'm doing as a level 76 character, you know. And like I know that's the 4th star effect. I mean, if you look at the 3-star one, I'm basically doing 689 damage, base damage with this. Now of course we will do some testing and I will show this again just to show you exactly what it is like, but it's just pretty much today's video is to highlight, you know, first of all, a lot can change very, very quickly when it comes to the PTS, but also as well, the heavy gunner cards will now work with the Tesla cannon. And then also as well, they have added in that extra modification, which is really, really cool. So look, enough rambling on. What we'll do is we'll hop over to West Tech and we'll do a little test. Oh, actually, before we do hop over to West Tech, I will add in the Fracturers effect because I know somebody did ask me to test that out there. So I actually have a 2-shot variant here because I was testing this out. The 2-shot effect, just for that person who did leave that comment in yesterday's video, it will give you, I think, roughly 68 or 65 more damage depending on your build and stuff. So yeah, like the 2-shot effect is definitely a good way to go. But what we'll do is we'll pop in Fracturers on the 2-shot one and we'll go and we'll test that out over here as well in West Tech just to show you exactly what it's like. But yeah, look, if you've seen yesterday's video, you would have seen that the weapon is awesome. It packs a serious punch, and also as well, it works really well in VATS. So yeah, this is definitely going to be a unique weapon to add to your arsenal when it's released in December. Now, hopefully they still release it in December, and as I've said before, a lot can change. They could decide at the last minute to you know, delay this. Hopefully not. Hopefully I haven't jinxed it, but yeah, they could decide to, you know, to delay this until the new year, but hopefully they don't, which would be absolutely awesome, and hopefully we can all get this in December. So let's try the 2-shot effect with the Fracturers 4-star effect. So let's try and get, oh my god. Yeah, whoever left that comment in my video yesterday, yeah, that is that's pretty tasty. I mean, look at that. Now hopefully we that is awesome. That is so cool. And there's what a crit. Oh my god, look at the amount of damage that we did there. That is absolutely insane. Like, look, again, as I mentioned yesterday, I don't really see in this as a big concern. Like, I know a lot of people are probably thinking to themselves, oh, is this going to be another cremator situation, or, you know, is this going to be like another legacy issue situation? No, it's not. It's a very powerful weapon, as we've seen here and as we're demonstrating. Oh my god, we've killed like most of the enemies around here. That's so cool. But look, I don't really see this being a big concern. Look, it's going to be a powerful weapon for sure. It definitely will pack a serious punch. You know, again, I kind of hope that, you know, when it comes to world bosses and things like that, I hope it does perform well. Obviously, a quick thing to mention, and I hope people did take note of it there in yesterday's video, the Endanger All Syringer won't stack with this weapon. And just to be specific, one of the mods, as you can see down there, is the direct current muzzle, which kind of gives that sort of like, as you can see, the muzzle that's on it right now, those sort of like 4 spikes that are sticking out of the front of it, that changes it to the direct current muzzle. Oh my god, we've got a super mutant in front of us. Oh my god. But yeah, that basically what that does, it obviously, real quick, there we go, we'll just come back in here and I'll show you exactly what this does. It reduces target's damage resistance by 10% for 6 seconds. So unfortunately, this doesn't stack with the Endanger All Syringer. So yeah, that's one thing to remember when it comes to world boss events. So don't be going up against Earl Williams and trying to use this in conjunction with it. It won't work. But oh my god, like, look at that. Like, that is absolutely insane. That is just, oh, epic. Absolutely epic. We'll get that as well. And yeah, I think that Super Mutant Hound just ran off. He just ran off terrified. Alrighty, look, what we'll do is we'll go and test this out on Super Mutant. We'll go and test out the bloodied version instead. So yeah, look, the 2-shot effect definitely works really well. I do like it, don't get me wrong. But personally, obviously, look, with the build that I'm kind of running here, I kind of like to run with the bloodied effect. It's just my own personal thing because, again, it is a low health sort of build, so naturally bloodied would be the way to go. Obviously, look, if you're full health, you know, you want to be looking at maybe something like anti-armor, juggernauts, you know, quad or something like that, or even 2-shot as well. But yeah, so look, what we'll do is we'll quickly whip out the bloodied one. So this is the 4-star version and this is the 3-star. So this is the one that we were using yesterday. So again, This is, no, where's the one that I was using? It was that one. Yeah, sorry. All right, okay, let's go over here and let's test this out on a super mutant and see what this is like. So real quick, let's get a crit shot going on here. We'll get him to wake up, because I kind of see that sometimes he doesn't really, the damage doesn't register when he has his face planted in the water. So let's get him awake there. And then what we'll do is we'll do a crit. So 2,205, 1,225, 1,226, and then pretty much as we've seen yesterday, roughly 3 or 4 shots to take him down, which is good. Don't get me wrong, it is very good. We'll go over and we'll test this out in this other super mutant, and then lastly we'll test this out on a Mylar Queen, just to kind of see what it's like against sort of tankier and beefier enemies and things like that. But yeah, look, in a nutshell, this weapon is going to be a ton of fun to use. Again, I'm delighted to see that the heavy gunner perks now work. It obviously kind of just goes to show that, as I said, a lot can change very, very quickly when it comes to this, when it comes to the PTS especially. Oh my god, one shot to the Culver. Oh my god. And that's with the 3-star. I'm going to try out the 4-star variant here. So this is the greater the equipped item condition. So this is naturally 767. So where is, oh, he's actually dead already. Okay, so he is not here anymore. 1,000. How did you survive? What? Oh my god. 3 shots, 2 shots didn't register, and then the final one actually did. All right, well, looks like we don't have the super mutant behemoth there, but look, we'll try him out in a few more again. This is just absolutely epic. 2,363. I mean, just even with that 60% extra damage, that is just absolutely insane. Again, missed a couple of shots there in VATS. It's to be expected, it happens. 2,176. And as we've pretty much described, or as we've seen there's no real need for the extra ammo capacity. You know, again, look, I'm not saying don't use it. I mean, if you want to use it, go ahead and do so. We'll try it outside in VATS. Oh, 1 shot in VATS. There we go. Awesome. That is really, really cool. Let's try another one outside of VATS and see what it's like. There's usually a couple in here. So there's one there. Oh my god, look at that. Now, this is with the 4-star variant. Oh my god. 2 shots. Holy shit, you are very close. There we go. And we'll try it. There we go. Hey, level 77. That's cool. All right, well, that was a bit of a pity. Let's go down to the Sunrise Field and see if there is a Mylar Queen down there. If there's not, don't worry, I will be able to locate another one. We just want to see what it's kind of like against tankier enemies. But yeah, look, as you can see, this thing is just going to be a lot of fun. And there's going to be so many different combinations of legendary effects and builds that you can obviously put together for this to really maximize the DPS. This is still the 4-star variant, so let's just quickly see if we can wake up the Mylar Queen, see if she's here. Yeah, there she is. All right, let's try this 4-star effect. So try it in the legs there, 92, so that's 2 shots. Oh my god. Oh my god. So roughly, oh my god, that would have been the 4th shot, 4th or 5th shot. She took me down with the acid attack. Again, my character is quite low here, so I am very, very, very vulnerable. Obviously, look, I need to invest a little bit more into my armor and stuff like that. But hey, look, I'm willing to sacrifice that for the sake of testing. Let's try and get one more shot into her. Let's go. There we go. Finished her off, which is really good. So yeah, there we go. We've tested this out on a couple of enemies. We tested out the 2-shot effect. We've tested out the Fracturers effect as well. Look, I'll just bring that out again. I mean, this is just so cool. Look, we'll test this out here. Oh, dude, I'm not gonna lie, that is just never gonna get old. That is just so good. But yeah, look, at the end of the day, I just want to make sure that I'm obviously giving you guys as much information as I possibly can as things develop on the PTS, and I hope obviously you did find this video informative, and thanks again for everyone for checking out yesterday's video. But yeah, happy days. Heavy gunner perks will now work with the weapon, and also as well same as yesterday. Science perk cards will not work. You won't be able to use the science perks, but the heavy gunner perks will work. Demolition expert, all that lovely good stuff. And also as well, we have the two, we actually now have the two clips that we can add. So the large and the medium. So yeah, let's wrap this video up. However, that's everything for today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on the Tesla Cannon and what you're looking forward to most when it comes to the Gleaming Depths update. As always, if you found today's video informative, consider giving the video a like and consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out on future videos. To our channel members and subscribers, thank you for your continued support and helping the channel to grow. If you're picking up anything over on the Bethesda Gear store and you'd like to support the channel, you can use my creator code BT76Tesla until October 8th to receive 20% off your entire purchase. Until next time, stay safe out there in the wasteland, welcome to Vault 93, and I'll catch you all in the next video.